second speaker of the evening was David Fellows. And as I said earlier, I'm going to invite some feedback from the floor by way of an open evaluation. So we have the structure here, as you would normally be writing it, but we're going to ask for you to state your evaluations publicly. And so we're going to start off with some commendations, please. And Tony, go for it.
Well, I happen to know that David started to write that speech about 1 hour before he was due to deliver it. And considering that it was an amazing piece of impromptu writing and delivery, I thought it was superb.
Absolutely. Agreed.
Well, I think that the inclusion of singing, certainly it's a prop with a difference, because normally there would be something visual. Today we have an audio props, but they helped bring it to life.
Absolutely. You can't say there wasn't any vocal variety or confidence.
Yeah.
Kavita.
For saying it's an impromptu speech, I really like some of the phraseology he used. It's like he said the head, heart and the gut, and there was a disconnect. And that just seemed to just flow, and something I'll remember, so it was good. Yeah.
I think we had one.
Yeah, so what I liked most was the clarity, and so I was able to connect with what he was speaking. Normally I kind of lose the connect, but I was able to stay connected with whatever he was saying, or the when he was singing as well.
Great. Okay. Was there one more, Debbie?
I like your prophetic side of your singing. You can sing to me anytime.
Make it a regular night. Yeah. Mike.
I like the way David fills the stage with his presence. Yeah. I have 3 suggestions. Yeah. Two of them are a little similar. My first one is not cynical but sincere. Speak to us about another subject. We've heard your music many times. Choose another subject next time you speak to us. I think it'll challenge you more. I'm not sure if singing is speech making. And if there had been less singing, if you could have illustrated with singing, and then tell us more about how you found your voice, we'd have been fascinated by that. Mm-hmm. But it was certainly different, and it was certainly entertaining.
Mm-hmm. I've got one more, go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe, because you went through a bit of speaking and singing.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to hear you end on speaking too. And maybe you could have said, you told us a story about finding your voice, so you could have said to the audience, how about finding your voice? Sold it to us that it's important to find your voice too, because we could see how you've connected yourself through it. Yeah. Just a message. Yeah.
Thank you, that's very good.
One final one from
You've heard pretty much all the commendations, and because he's such a professional, and I could be a bit difficult, I would like to give a recommendation. For me, and I've already spoken to David, this isn't a competition. But as a competition, the whole point of the entertaining speech with humour, you didn't come to actually look at those points that are made down here, which are entertaining using humour or drama from your personal experience, organising entertaining speech, deliver in an interpretive manner. And as far as the delivery of what he did, it had absolutely nothing to do with the entertaining speech from my point of view as a judge in the competition. His singing goes without saying, he's got great presence, everything about David, who we love and admire, terrific. But that wasn't the job he was supposed to be doing tonight.
In all fairness, I think you probably had the speech, probably had an hour's notice or something.
No. Let's be clear about this. I put myself down to speak 2 months ago, and I just forgot. So it's nobody's it's nobody's fault but mine. So any errors and omissions are purely self-inflicted.
Fair point. Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't want this to go on much longer, but I'd like to echo what Mike said. I'd love to see David make another speech, nothing to do with music.
Well, thank you very much. And I'm Jill. You're the third. You, Mike, and Jill have all made the same comment. So, well, I would respond to that by saying, I hope you're patient.
You're going to say get lost.
No.
That's exactly what he said.
In other words.
Yes, it'll be fly fishing next time.
Yeah.
Right. Speech 3 was by Martin, and to evaluate Martin, I'd like to call Kavita, please.
Welcome, fellow Toastmasters and guests and Moira. Okay, it was a pleasure to evaluate Martin. Thank you, Martin. First of all, I'd like to say Martin actually met all his objectives. Because if you go to the speech objectives, which is project number 2, all about the cold call, he met every single one of them. What I really liked about this speech was it was signposted well throughout, so I knew exactly where I was going. So he told us that, he told us about selling, he told us that previously he'd sold an inexpensive product, now he's selling an expensive product. He talked about the process, and then he said he was going to introduce us to a scenario, which he did. So, talking about the scenario and the role play, Martin came across as really, really knowledgeable about treadmills, and I really liked that. So for me, he inspired a lot of confidence. I felt like he was a go-to person about treadmills. We talked about 1.2 horsepower, 3, 3.8, so I knew he knew everything about treadmills. But what I would have liked to have seen from Martin, this is my recommendation, because he's so confident, I would like to have seen that confidence and that enthusiasm to come out as he was speaking to us. I felt it just holding back a little bit. He could tell that confidence was there, so just let it go, let it out. Okay. So I have another recommendation too. That recommendation is really around role plays. Now, role plays are really, really false situations. We know that as an audience. They're really false. Can't be more false than tried. But what you can do is prepare maybe better quality questions. So one of the questions he asked was, if you were to buy a treadmill, what would be your purpose? So for me, what I would like to see Martin do when he's in that situation, just pause, wait for the answer. So he almost started answering the question for Steffi. So I was saying, would it be this way, would it be this, but let Steffi answer. So that was one of my recommendations. So 2 recommendations there. But moving on to commendations, what I really liked about this whole, the way he did the scenario, was it had a very clear structure. There was opening, you could see when Martin said, hello, are you looking for treadmills? There's nothing else, he just went straight to the crux of the matter, are you looking for treadmills? And she said yes. And then there was a clear structure, clear flow of questions. And then, what I really liked, he did close. And the close was, would you like to put an appointment in the diary? So in summary, what I'd like to say, Martin, is well done on completing an advanced speaker project, project number 2. This, as you all know, this is a false situation, but you did really, really well. What I'd like to see, next time he delivers, just deliver with confidence, because you could be a great speaker, I know that.
We also do an evaluation of the table topics speakers.